Well, you've seen from the title, I'm going to be leaving YouTube. I thought that since the whole kind of age verification seemed to not be having any effect on anyone, and there was some word spreading around that maybe it wouldn't affect people as badly, I switched over from what I was doing with YouTube previously. I'm not going to name it because I know that if I would name it, YouTube will most likely remove any part or any mention of that thing that I was doing. And it's not a, well, yes, it's a VPN, obviously lying there. So yes, I'm leaving YouTube because obviously YouTube thinks that I am under 18 and that I cannot watch any videos or do anything that a normal adult would do. And just to clarify, I was born in 2005. I am practically an adult at this point. I am in my 20s, and probably next year in 2026, I would be old enough to legally drink alcohol in the United States. So that's just to set an emphasis. I'm at this point able to probably drink alcohol at my current age, not the age here in 2025. I need to wait about another year until I could actually drink, but still, just pointing that out. I am an adult, and yet YouTube thinks that I am not an adult and that I need to send an ID. And I do not have an ID. I have no driver's license. I can't drive, and I don't trust people on the road. I never driven, but if I would basically lose my shit. And yes, I will be swearing in this video because I'm just done at this point. Because YouTube was the only video I can, no, not video, was the only source of entertainment for me that I can watch videos on. And I basically had several tabs open, organized, that had several videos, some of them hour-long gameplay videos. But since YouTube cannot determine whether if I'm 18 or not, I'm basically left in a bit of a corner. And I kind of used this movie called The Dictator to basically go through all my alt accounts to see if they were flagged as well. And sure enough, I cannot watch any R-rated movie or anything on those accounts. So those accounts are now linked, like they're all linked together. And I didn't know this until this happened. And once went through and tried doing the whole watch the video, it just didn't. I was met with, oh, you need to verify my age, your age. And wait, I'm gonna do it now. Hit her. Okay, let's see here. Clicked it. Sure enough, take a few minutes to verify your age. To view this video, please provide more info so we can be sure you're an adult. And this kind of thing, like everyone's been saying, oh, this won't affect us. And yes, it will. It will affect you. So if you don't want this to happen, use a VPN or any kind of proxy or anything to bypass this. And I understand that YouTube has guidelines about this now since this is happening, but still, this goes against fundamental human rights set up by the UN. Yes, I am bringing that up, and I am going to be using that as leverage against all this. And for the specifics of this, we need we need transparency, because if you're going to be asking us for our IDs, our personal information, such as like an ID, you need to give us clarification that you're going to be removing that data, or that it's going to be removed within a few short moments of it being posted. Like, we post it to you, and then you must clarify to us that it will be removed. Because if you take a look at several kinds of data breaches, for example, there was this I wasn't sure the name of this dating app that was data breached. Hold on. Yeah, there was this data breach for an app called T, and I wasn't sure. I'm not sure when this was. I'm pretty sure it was this happened in 2015, maybe recent. I'm not sure, but basically, this dating app was basically a place used for gossip between women to most likely shut down men. I'm not sure. I'm not really that connected with what women do with men, and frankly, I don't really care. So, this app was data breached, and several hundreds of users' personal information was leaked, such as DMs, photos, driver's license, all of that from women and other users were leaked out onto the internet. And this is not on a whim. This happens in like several months. Like, you send your photo or like any ID or any kinds of things like that to these companies. Sure enough, after a few months, this your own data of this being out there will be breached, and it will just be fucking out there for like any actor, like bad actor or like any kind of hacker to use it. They can like use it to steal your identity. They can use it to like possibly hold you hostage or anything like that. They can use this shit against you. So that's why it's important for transparency for these kinds of things. If there is going to be an age verification and they're asking for your ID, I and you need we all and both need to ask these companies, is this information being stored? Is it going to be deleted? Because if it's being stored, I am not going to use this shit. I'm not going to be giving these companies out my own personal data if I'm not sure if they're going to be responsible for keeping this kind of data safe. And I am praying to God that they remove this, or at the very least, there's kind of some kind of leak by a hacker that will get YouTube to actually use their brains and kind of remove this. And just to clarify, the internet and YouTube was never for kids, and it never has been. There is literally an app, like, hold on. There was literally an app called YouTube Kids. Yes, this is an official app by YouTube that's specifically for children. And this kind of stuff is for kids. And if parents give their like 3-year-old fetus an iPad with no restrictions, no parental controls, that is on the parents, not us. And this is very important. Why should we be suffering because a bunch of stupid parents can't find the parental controls? This is just fucking insane. Because, like, why should we be suppressed because some parents just can't develop a fucking brain and to be able to do this shit? They should be able to do their fucking jobs and actually parent, but yet YouTube and all of their infinite wisdom and all of the government's infinite wisdom have put us under the road and just basically thrown us under the bus because of this shit. So yes, we are living in a dystopia, and this is basically Orwellian at this point. Because how would because you think that this is a free space, that this is a free country, the United States or the United Kingdom for this point, because they're all democracies. But if you look deeper into this shit, it's so flat out fucking insane the kinds of stuff they're doing with this. Because if you look at Keir Starmer's government and what he's doing, basically jobs are going down the drain because you need like ID verification. Migrants are coming in and they are basically doing crimes. They're doing crimes against children, women, and basically other kind and basically all people in the UK. And this is not acceptable because if you go into another country, you need to respect or at least follow the social guidelines that that country has. Because if you were to do something that you previously did in this country, you must think, what am I doing that might be considered wrong in this country? Because if you like talk or use a phone on a train in your country and go over to like Japan, that might not be socially acceptable there. So why the hell is like the world turning into like a dictatorship? Because this kind of stuff are already, well, they've been happening in China. Because if you take a look at China, this is the kinds of stuff that would be in China and not anywhere in the United Kingdom or the United States. Because Trump, really, our president, like, seriously, he should at least get a few brain cells working to be able to, like, remove this. Because this is not okay. And he already passed a bill saving Valve and saving games as a whole because of the whole like Karen feminist group in Australia. And speaking of Australia, they're doing the same shit that the UK is doing with their Online Safety Act bullshit. Because why should these free, open democracies be susceptible to this kind of corruption? Because people are just deaf, and blind, and they don't see this coming. And when they do, it's already too late, and the laws and acts have already passed for this kind of stuff. And it's just so fucking stupid that we cannot collectively come together to stop this kinds of things from happening. Because the internet itself has never been a safe place for children. And if it was, then how about just making YouTube Kids the first thing that people see? Like, are you a kid? Are you a kid? And then once you make an account, it's like, seriously, the internet, YouTube, and basically any other site has not been for children. And if it was, then there would be specific things made for this. Because if you give a tablet to a 3-year-old, it should be locked until it is set up for children. Because I agree there should be some restrictions set up, but not this kind. Not this kind at all. Not giving your fucking credit card, your ID to these companies and then having a data breach a year later. So, for the record, we need parents to do their job. We need the governments to stop putting these stupid, unnecessary bullshit laws and rules into effect. and compromising our free speech and also going against the Constitution. And we need YouTube to stop this kind of stuff, because this is just Orwellian and just dystopian at this point. Because if you were to look at China and the UK and YouTube at the same time, you won't see any difference. You would see the same exact thing: mass surveillance, and taking of people's personal information. So as soon as you upload your ID to YouTube, you are sealing your fate, and your personal, yourself as a person will be under threat to hackers, and your identity will be under threat. This is identity theft 100%. As soon as you send any kind of your personal information to YouTube, rest assured you're going to be under threat of identity theft. Oh, John Doe, you sent your ID, Mr. John Doe. Well, that's not you anymore. You're no longer John Doe. You're no longer Mr. whoever you are. You're now your entire identity has been stolen and is now being used by hackers to either make you commit a false crime by using AI or any kinds of stuff like that. So what needs to happen is YouTube needs to hire some fucking real people instead of hiring AI, and just do their jobs like normal people. Because if you ever send a request to YouTube, it is 100% AI and will be sent by not a real person. And if it does say that's verified by a real person, they probably didn't put any effort into it, because basically all of YouTube at this point is the CEO, managers, and that's basically it. Because there's no longer, like, there's a boss and they're in control of one employee, and that is an AI and not a real person. There's no real people actually moderating YouTube. And that goes for Roblox as well, because Roblox is rolling this kind of shit out. And if you don't want this kind of thing to happen, go to change.org and sign those petitions so that YouTube knows that this is complete bullshit. For fuck's sake. Yeah, if you really don't want your government or anything like this to happen again in the future, just be a democracy and just don't let these kinds of things happen. The thing happening with YouTube is not only unconstitutional, goes against human rights, and also, for the most part, internet privacy, your own privacy. It also goes against fundamental human rights put in place by the United Nations. So I hope this clears things up and why I'm going to be leaving YouTube. It's just, yeah, I can't watch anything at this point. Well, I can still watch YouTube, but I'm just going to stay away from this site at this point, because what's the point in even using my YouTube account if it's just going to be flagged as under 18? Because I cannot watch any videos without it's going to be immediately flagging my account. And I've been building this account up for a long time. I've been watching videos, I've been watching a bunch of my favorite kinds of content, and I can no longer watch any kinds of like informational content, like what will happen if this happens. Because, like, for me, I'm very into science, and with this being taken away, I can no longer look and see what happens if a light bulb gets overpowered with too much electricity. So that's kind of what's happening. I cannot watch YouTube without my account being flagged. So from this point on, I'm just so fucking done. I'm done at this point. And if YouTube wants my ID, come kiss my ass, because I'm not giving this company any personal shit about myself. And if they do want an ID, I'm going to make a video of myself proving that I am not 18. It's going to be a face reveal video, and that's going to be all they're getting because they're not getting any kind of ID. It's just going to be me sitting in a room, moving my head up and down, showing my physical facial hair, and that's going to be it. I'm not going to do anything else. And I will be wearing sunglasses because I don't want people using my own image for deepfakes. So yeah, AI complete dog shit at this point. Just so fucking, yeah, I'm fucking done. So yeah, just stay safe and probably use a VPN or another site to watch YouTube videos because this site, it's cooked and you're probably going to be at risk, same as me. So if you don't want me to have this, so if you don't want to have the same fate as me, watch R-rated free movies on YouTube, watch horror movies, watch videos about the economy and a bunch of old people type shit, and just hope for the best. Because it's affected me, it's affected a few people already, and it's most likely going to affect you. And this is going to happen very a lot. It's going to happen a lot, and it's going to affect a lot of people. So if you don't want to be the unlucky few, follow my advice. Go out there, watch age restricted videos, watch inappropriate movies, watch gore, watch blood, watch whatever the hell will throw off the AI, and just hope for the best. Because we're all in this together. We're all in this together. High hopes that we can make it into 2026 and be able to get rid of all this AI bullshit. Because I'm done. I'm just so fucking done. Yeah, so see ya and good luck.